Good morning, dear children. Before starting the lesson, I want to ask you one question. Which is your favorite sport? I know many of us will say cricket, football, few will say volleyball, throw ball, some of you may be interested in gymnastic, etc. Yes, children, during school days, you all like PT period. Why? Because in that period, you are allowed to play, run, and you feel very happy. Playing gives exercise to your body. Exercise is very important for good health. It makes us strong and increase stamina and immunity of our body. Now, you all are at home. Being at home also, you can perform various exercises. You must be thinking that today why Miss is talking about sports and exercise? Because children, we are going to study about a famous personality of sports. Which sport? Hockey. It is played with a hockey stick and a ball. So today we are going to study about a hockey player. From our English Balbharati textbook, lesson number 7, Major Dhyan Chand. This is a real story and it is adapted from Major Dhyan Chand by Sanjay Dudhane, sports writer. Major Dhyan Chand is also known as the Hockey Wizard of India. His birth name is Dhyan Singh. His nicknames are the Wizard, the Magician. That means he is also known as the Wizard and the Magician. He was born on 29th August 1905 in Allahabad. He died on 3rd December 1979 at the age of 74 in Delhi. Allegiance, he was an Indian. He used to work for the British Indian Army and Indian Army. His years of service from 1922 to 1956. As you can see in this picture, a stamp, this name and picture was printed in 1980. Major Dhyan Chand was an Indian hockey player and one of the greatest hockey players in the history of sport. Chand played internationally from 1926 to 1949. He scored 570 goals in 185 matches according to his autobiography, Goal. Now let us begin with the real story, children. It is there in your textbook on page number 16. It was Saturday, 15th August 1936. It was the day of the hockey finals during the Olympic events held in Berlin, Germany. Germany had defeated several teams to enter the finals against the Indian team. They were the hosts of the Olympics and they were sure of their victory. Perhaps that was the reason why their ruler Hitler had himself come to watch the match. So from this paragraph we can know that the German team was also very strong. They had reached the finals after defeating several teams. What is defeating? The meaning is given down. Having been beaten in a battle or other contest. Hosts means a person or people who receives or entertains other people as guests. This is the picture of Hitler. Adolf Hitler was a German politician and leader of the Nazi Party. He rose to power as the Chancellor of Germany in 1933. This is the map of Germany, and in red color here you can see Berlin is highlighted, where the Olympic event was held. Let us continue with the story. All the day before, it had rained heavily. The entire field had become waterlogged. What is waterlogged? Means full of water. Now also rainy season is going on. Yes, you can see outside that it is watery. Now in the next month, August, again it will rain. So it is going to be, the ground is going to be full of water. That means we can say it is waterlogged. But 15th August being the last day of the games, it was not possible to postpone the match any further. The Indian team was a little under pressure as they had lost to Germany in the practice match, and they were not very comfortable with the wet ground. In this paragraph, we can understand that due to the heavy rains, the ground was wet, and for the Indian players, it was a little difficult for them to play on the wet ground. What happens on the wet ground? The legs get slipped, the players can fall. So they were little uncomfortable. About 40,000 people had gathered in the hockey stadium to cheer Germany against India. The Maharaja of Baroda state, the Prince of Bhopal, and a few other Indians had also come to support the Indian team. So here children, in these few lines we can understand that it was held in Germany, so the German people were in huge number. They were around 40,000 and only few Indians were present. In that, Maharaja of Baroda was also there and Prince of Bhopal was also present to see the match. This is the picture of Sayaji Rao Gaikwad III, the Maharaja of Baroda. The match started exactly at 11 am. The German team had adopted a novel strategy of using the Indian technique of short distance passes against the Indian team itself. They had resorted to a very aggressive play. The Indian team was offering an equal strong resistance. No team could make a goal during the first half hour. During the 32nd minute, Roop Singh scored the first goal, hitting the ball towards the goal post from a difficult angle. In this, we can understand that both the teams were playing very strongly. None of them wanted to lose the game. Both of them were struggling to win. Let us see meanings for few words. Novel, action with some degree of realism. Resorted, to resolve a difficult situation. Aggressive, ready or likely to attack. Resistance, the ability not to be affected by something. This is the picture of Roop Singh. Roop Singh was also an Indian hockey player. He was part of the celebrated Indian field hockey team which won gold medals for India in 1932 and 1936 Olympic Games. He was the younger brother of Dhyan Chand. Here is the picture of both the brothers, Dhyan Chand and Roop Singh. In the second half of the match, the Indian team found a firm footing. The entire team played as one and made 3 more goals against Germany. 2 of them were made by the captain of the Indian team, Dhyan Chand. However, the German players were also trying their level best to win. They too succeeded in making 1 goal. Now, only a few last minutes were left. Dhyan Chand had resolved to win the match at any cost without allowing Germany to make any more goals. From this para, we can understand that in the first half, none of the team made any goal. In the second half, 3 goals were made by Indian captain Dhyan Chand, and only 1 goal was made by the team Germany. His spiked shoes were making it difficult for him to run fast on the wet ground. He removed the shoes and the socks and began to run barefoot. Using his amazing skill of dribbling and his near magical game, he began to send one pass after another to the players in the D, that is, in the defenders or opponents' area, from where they could make goals. They too did not let the passes go waste. The Indian team scored 3 more goals. Dhyan Chand could have easily made the goals himself from his own position, but he never played a selfish game. Skillfully, he took the ball away from the German defenders and made it possible for the players in the D to score goals. Children, here it is said that Dhyan Chand was not a selfish player. That means he did not play for himself or to bring his name on high. He played for the team, he played for the country. He used to pass the ball to his team players so that they can make goal. He himself could have made the goals, but he did not do that. That is why it is said that he was not a selfish player. He was an honest player. The German strategy had proved fruitless. A defeat stared them in the face. Some of the frustrated German players then resorted a rough game. The German goalkeeper pounced on Dhyan Chand and hurt him. But Dhyan Chand was a true soldier. After a little first aid, he immediately returned to the field and held the spectators spellbound with his game. At last, he scored the last goal of the match, just as the game drew to a close. The Indian team had won 3rd time in a row. It was a hat-trick. Indians were the 3rd time winners of the Olympic gold medal. Isn't it amazing, children, that our Indian players struggled very hard and 3 times in a row they received gold medal, and that too in Olympic Games. Let us see the meanings now. Dribbling. In soccer, hockey and basketball, take the ball forwards, past opponents with slight touches of the feet or the stick, or in basketball by continuous bouncing. Defenders, a player whose task is to protect their own side's goal. Frustrated, feeling or expressing annoyance resulting from an inability to achieve something. Spectator, a person who watches at a show, game, or other event. Spellbound, hold the complete attention of someone. Although Hitler left the stadium before the match was over, he was impressed by Dhyan Chand's game. It is said that the German dictator had offered Dhyan Chand a higher salary and rank in the German army if he agreed to play on behalf of Germany. But Dhyan Chand turned down the offer. After the celebrated victory in the Olympics, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. From this we can understand, children, that though Hitler was giving Dhyan Chand a higher amount, higher salary, he was giving him a better offer than India. But Dhyan Chand refused the offer. Why? Because Hitler was telling him to play on behalf of Germany. But Dhyan Chand was a true soldier. He was a patriotic person. He was honest towards his country. So he refused that proposal and continued playing for India. It is really a proud feeling. Even Hitler also got impressed by this action, and that is why he awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. So children, I hope you enjoyed the story and you have learnt many things from the story. That we have to be honest to our country and we should love our country. You may be aware that hockey is our national sport. Major Dhyan Chand's birthday, August 29, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India. The famous National Stadium in Delhi is named after the great hero Dhyan Chand. Who knows, perhaps one of you may carry the legacy of Dhyan Chand further and win great glory for our country. The lifeless hockey stick used to come alive in the hands of Dhyan Chand. When he dribbled, the ball just wouldn't leave his stick. Some people even stole his sticks and broke them open to see whether they contained a special glue or magnet. Dhyan Chand was even made to play with other ordinary sticks, but even then his play was as charismatic as ever. Are you feeling curious to see his match? Okay, we'll see one video. Children, did you enjoy the video? Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh. He was a soldier in the Indian Army. He couldn't practice his game during the day because he used to be busy on his duty as a soldier. That is why he used to practice at night in moonlight. It is believed that his coach fondly began to call him Dhyan Chand, Chand meaning moon. The name stayed with him. And today also, children, we remember him as Dhyan Chand. The government of India awarded Dhyan Chand India's third highest civilian honor of Padma Bhushan in 1956. Children, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Let us come to the exercise now. You have to start this lesson in your classwork on a new page. Write the lesson's name, write today's date in the margin, write in the index the name of the lesson and the date. Begin the lesson with question 1. First question is, guess the meaning of the following words. The meanings are as follows: waterlogged, full of water, postpone, arrange or an event to take place at a later time. Novel, action with some degree of realism. Barefoot, without shoes and socks. Fruitless, producing no result. Pounced, moved suddenly forward in order to attack. Question number 2, name the following. This also you have to write it in your classwork notebook. Hosts of the 1936 Olympic Games, Germany. Ruler of Germany, Hitler. Not comfortable with the wet ground, Indian team. Scored the first goal in the match, Roop Singh. Did not let the passes go waste, players in D. Captain of the Indian team, Dhyan Chand. Pounced on Dhyan Chand and hurt him, German goalkeeper. Third time winners of the Olympic gold medal for hockey, yes, Indian team. Question number 5. Use the following phrases in your own sentences. This question also you have to write it in your classwork. I am giving you the sentences. You can make your own sentences also. First is, be sure of. Please be sure of the date of the program. Try one's level best. We try our level best to win in every walk of life. At any cost, I will complete my work at any cost. Turn down the offer. My neighbor turned down the offer of help. Question number 1, 2 and 5 you have to write in the classwork. I hope you have followed the question answers also. Thank you children. Have a nice day and take care.